They were up over 10,000 this last Friday night with Volador and Andrade, just in a six-man with their proteges, basically. And they were up around 6,000 on, I believe they ran Friday, and then they ran, was it Monday? Monday and Tuesday. It was Monday and Tuesday. And they drew like, 6,000, 7,000 both on Monday and Tuesday. So they're doing really, really well. And, All Japan's got the Nakajima Miyahara rematch from that fantastic match that they had a couple months back. This time for the Triple Crown, Nakajima was the Triple Crown champion. He won an incredible match with Miyahara, and Miyahara is, winner of that will be facing Charlie Dempsey in the third. So this is the New Year's Eve show for all Japan. And they also have the Jun Saito and Rei Saito, who are the tag team champions, facing each other in the singles match.
The undeniable Cody Rhodes is back. And ready to stake his claim atop WWE.
The Nakajima Miyahara match is almost, that's just the nature of both those two guys. And, he's the first guy. And again, they're also stable.
They clearly weren't expecting this. This won't win the match, but it's... Oh, this is just terrible to watch. He's in so much pain and can't do anything.
Of all the great matches that we've seen anyway.
Boot to the gut will stop anyone in their tracks.
Well, what we will have this weekend is Collision. There's no Collision until next Saturday. Collision and Rampage.
No fuss on that delivery. Someone clearly doesn't want this match to go on much longer than it has to.
Yeah, because there's the Marvel, the rules. So that's just as well. I mean, the 3-hour thing on you put them on Friday night, they did it with SmackDown. So it just doesn't really work. So yeah, I mean, it's just as well if you're doing a Saturday night pay-per-view.
Which impressive skills do you think will come to bear tonight? It is time to leave WWE. Cody is becoming...
Well, we had the Madison Square Garden post-Christmas show for WWE yesterday. And a lot of things happened on the show, including the first CM Punk match in a decade.
Early attempts really pay off. They do wear down your opponent.
Who wrestled me WMNC.
Well, yes, this is the first.
Oh, can you hear the impact?
Did you see that?
Cody Rhodes.
I did not see the entire match. The entire match was on Twitter. You want to see that?
Yeah, I've seen it now.
We found the computer GPS for 14 minutes. So
it was really interesting watching it. I mean, he's got a great crowd.
Oh, that's going to sting your back. The
And Varian told me that he was they put him on right before intermission. He was surprised how many people left the building.
He's got control. How much damage has been inflicted after a brainbuster like that?
But a very good match, but they were very rushed because
from the middle row,
basically, in the show by Tim Morgan. The guys would run.
Are you
I guess the
ready?
early part of the show.
Here we go. One of the most mind-bending maneuvers in sports entertainment. exhibiting guts and accuracy as
They
well.
went from 9,000 tickets sold to almost 9,000 tickets.
Cody Rhodes finds a way to slow his opponent's assault down. But Cody has to push now while the window's open. A slap.
Almost 16,000 in the building, and over 14,000 sold.
Look at this.
Probably the largest
And he's just flaunting his skills now. It's a sign he's got his opponent figured out. Okay, he's re-entering the ring.
This was a pure match.
Just breaking down the opponent. The champ's taking an immense amount of damage. Yeah, not looking good at all.
Again, you gotta show that
Fighting back with a counter. He's showing it's not time for lying down. It's time for fighting back. Double underhook. This is going to be nasty. Eats a punch to the face. And responds with a counter of their own. Up across the shoulders. Round and round and round we go. We're cutting it kind of close, don't you think? You could say that again. Time to get the lead out. He's outside the ring now. Hope he's got a plan. My God. Expected that one. Oh, double underhook. This is going to be nasty. Nasty kick. Was punched him re-entering the ring now. Big punch finds its mark. Nasty kick. Challenger kicks out. And you got to think he's just one final blow away from not kicking out next time.
I'm sure it wasn't something he should have, but it was just surprising watching him be so tired in a safe, easy match as compared to what he was long. Very good. So anyway,
The title up for grabs. As close to free as you could possibly get without the bell ringing.
That's really tired. And, they did that for a few spots. It was not like, it was only the six people, and the crowd wasn't so in the
Quick exchange of counters there. A stalemate of counters.
pretty bad now. But we got, the crowd was probably great stuff to go on. Because the crowd really was very, very bad.
We're looking for the neutralizer. Neutralizer.
The title's in jeopardy here.
I think the paradigm is shifted.
In the shape or something.
Dodges the
Danny Daly was off the back. Yes. We got people. They all bottomed out. And then there was practice of not pressure. They can also but Sammy had asked for, some kind of
This crowd has been building, and they are in a fever pitch right now. You can feel the anticipation growing.
I don't know if this kind of storyline-wise, like, in the sense that he's still injured and somehow he's not sure they're supposed to forget this happened, or he's coming back earlier and he's got the injury thing. I don't know what the situation is exactly, but it was, it was a lot. He was advertised for the shows, but they did the injury angle with Drew. Here he is.
Exciting match that concludes with a title-changing
hands.
What a stunning moment. These superstars gave everything they had, but the new champ wanted it just a little bit more.
outside interference from JD. JD hit Sami Zayn with the briefcase. So that set up the finish with our opinion, Sami Zayn.
All right, take us through these ratings, and we'll do AEW and NXT.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting week. Obviously, Raw did the lowest number in its history for the best of show. I mean, that was a loaded up freaking show. I mean, as far as, they had some great matches on that show. They had the Charlotte Flair Rhea Ripley match from WrestleMania, and they had the War Games match, the men's War Games match, and basically they had Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar, but they went against that 49ers Baltimore Ravens game, which did 162,000 viewers and 7.65 in 18 to 49. So it just got freaking massacred. The number ended up being for Raw 698,000 viewers and 0.18, which was, they've done these shows before and never, ever, ever done a rating anything remotely close to this. But it was, again, the football game killed it. Christmas night's not the greatest night, although they've done Raws on Christmas night before. Obviously, there have been other best ofs that did better numbers, but it is what it is. It doesn't mean anything. They're going to do a good number next week, probably, and they have a real tough college football competition, but no NFL. So it should do next week. Well, I mean, obviously it'll do much better. It should do a very good number next week, and then the week after, Punk will be back on the 8th. The first, the first does have that one, says Washington, Texas football, which is a major game. But it's got a really loaded lineup with second Drew and all the other stuff. A lot of other stuff, but it was Rollins and AJ, Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley, which was one of the best matches of the year. Men and women on the main roster, Bad Bunny and Priest, which again, it's Bad Bunny and the tag title, those War Games, Lesnar and Cody, the matches they had. I guess whatever. The number is what the number is. The best of show, it doesn't mean anything whatsoever. There's really not much to read from it. It's just what it was. That game. And then they also against the NBA too. With that, it's just as if that football game of 27 million isn't bad enough. I mean, they probably would have gotten killed even with the regular game. Collision on Saturday night did its best number since October, so in a couple months. And the one thing with Collision is that it was up. It had the final night of the blue block in the tournament. But the key thing is that the competition was much easier. You did have some college football, you did have some college basketball, but no real giant games or anything like that. I mean, as far as major marquee games or anything like that. I mean, it was college football games. No UFC, no NFL, like the next couple of weeks for the NFL. So they were up on the week before, which did go to NFL, over 1,000 views, and 4.16, which for the show, for that show it's good. And, the key stuff, really it was Keith Lee, Brian Cage, who got the Tony Storm, promos, with Christian Generation, and almost like this doing that Garcia match. Those were kind of like the high points as far as the rating went. And Rampage, so the Collision in its time slot, it was number 9 for the day, but it was second in the time slot behind is on cable behind ESPN football. Obviously, it was behind network shows. So, second-year time slot's good. We're always, actually, believe it or not, even with that number, it was second in its time slot behind the NBA on ESPN because the football game only aired on ABC. It did not air on cable. And, when they did that top 150, and they, go through all that, for Monday, I looked at the chart, and I mean, that football game was like anyone who was watching, I think was watching that football game because even number 50 was doing 0.02, and there were shows in the top 150 that literally did 21,000 viewers in 0.00 in 18 to 49. It's low on the chart, but I've never ever seen a chart where, you track in the top 150 with an 0.00. I mean, that's, 0.00 in 1849 means under 6,000 viewers in 18 to 49, and you're still tracking in the top 150. That's unheard of. But anyway, Rampage was up, with 363,000 viewers and 0.10. The 0.10 is not, larger than it usually does, although some far up from the week before. It was number 17 on cable, and it was actually third in the time slot behind the NBA game and Bering Sea Gold on Discovery. And the 18 to 49 peak was actually Vikingo and Taurus, not the pure peak. So, normally a match like that would not be the peak because, again, nobody knows Taurus, or he's never been on AEW television. Vikingo is Vikingo. They're not, they don't get promo time or anything like that, but they had a hell of a match. I mean, it was a freaking great match. And then SmackDown was first on all television in 1849, although viewership was down, probably, again, holiday weekend for the most part. It did 2,108,000 viewers in 0.55. The 0.55 is similar to what it did the week before, but viewers were down. Not really much competition on network TV. There was some NBA on cable. And as far as high points, that show actually peaked the opening segment, the one with AJ, Randy Orton, LA Knight. That was actually the high point, and it actually went down. Throughout the show, for the most part, got under 2 million viewers with Bobby Lashley Santos Escobar match. But mostly, in the, a little over 2 million range. So that was pretty much it. I mean, I guess if there's a thing, I mean, a lot of people, as far as AEW was up, but, the Friday before the number was bad, so they were going to be up. The Rampage number, based on recent Rampage numbers, was good, but the lack of competition as compared to other weeks pretty much explains that. And then as far as the Raw number, you can throw that number out. It means nothing. It's just people weren't going to watch. I mean, even if there's no football, you're still going to be limited to how many people are going to watch. In this day and age, matches from months ago, it's a different era. There's an era where something like this actually helped our regular show. This is not good. This is not people going, the fact that you can see Charlotte and Rhea Ripley have one of the best matches of the year on free television that only aired WrestleMania. In another era, that would be a big draw on television. In this era, you get great matches, several nights a week. A great match from months ago isn't enough. So that's kind of the lesson for the things. The value of a great taped match put on television from WrestleMania or put on, War Games or whatever. Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar come on. Doesn't work like it would in the past.
All right, we've got a lot to get into in these two shows. So we'll start with Dynamite, which had some great league finals, including the opener with Moxley, Swerve, and Jay White. And they went through 3 commercial breaks. It was an excellent match. They had no time limit. The opener obviously was a 3-way, so there were also no disqualifications. And so I guess that meant no countouts as well.
I don't know. I mean, I think that when you had this tournament, and the whole tournament has been about, we're going to do straight wrestling. I mean, the match was great, but the whole thing of like, we're going to do straight wrestlers with no interference, and they did do no interference. I mean, I thought that maybe Keith Lee would get involved in the swerve thing. They take Swerve out, and that did not happen. But when Jay White is just racking Moxley with a chair over and over and over, and the ref's looking at him, it's like, well, it's no DQ. And it's just like, I think in a tournament like this, when something like that happens, it's just kind of stupid, I think. If you're going to do a tournament where you're trying to do straight wrestling, and you're doing disqualifications in every other match, I don't see how you somehow add a no DQ match, in.
Well, that's a bad thing.
The following is the Royal Rumble match. Now, the two superstars that drew number 1 and number 2 will start in the ring at the same time. Other superstars will join in the order that they drew. This will continue until all superstars have entered the ring. Eliminations will occur when you are thrown over the top rope with both feet landing on the floor. The last superstar in the ring will be declared the Royal Rumble winner. Gentlemen, I think a fight's about to break out. Introducing the participants. First, from Lucerne, Switzerland, weighing in at 232 pounds, the WWE Universal Champion, the Super Athlete.
A life-changing opportunity, but an incredible obstacle.
Remember the rules of a Royal Rumble match. You eliminate someone when you toss them over the top rope and both feet hit the floor. The last person standing will be the winner of the Royal Rumble and have their name etched in history.
A very high-pressure situation ahead for this guy, but he is more than ready for it.
The demon from the deep has emerged. Leviathan.
Introducing the individual who drew number 2 from the pits of hell. Weighing in at 335 pounds, Leviathan. From the murky waters of the Midwest comes this frightening creature.
Look at the eyes of Leviathan. He is one scary beast. Something tells me that we're just moments away from the demon of the deep claiming yet another victim.
He has his sights set on all of WWE, and nobody is safe.
Yeah,
This
and,
match is underway. Always exciting and full of surprises. Everyone's been looking forward to this match.
I can tell you now, being first and second is not the kind of surprise these two superstars want. They were certainly a lot more excited a few days ago than they are right now.
Counting it down. Who is it going to be?
Now, that's a guy you do not want to see at this point in the match.
Was ready for that. Ooh, that knee knocking the wind out of him. And he's able to reverse.
By the throat into the top rope. Oof. The damage he's taken is starting to pile up.
Boy, the top just flies, doesn't it?
French German suplex.
That just happened.
And that was taking the attack to the competition with that one.
Gentlemen, business is about to pick up. Reverse.
or missed eliminations. Just focus on being there at the end. Then you can worry about tossing people out.
Listen to this crowd coming this way. Standing across the ring. There he is. He looks focused on the task at hand. You can see the fire in his eyes from here. Big clothesline. Bullseye. Deflects it right